let's get down to business, shall we? Rwanda is happening. It's a go. And it's time to pick Archbishop Justin Welby's response apart, line by line. He said, "We retain deep misgivings about the safety of Rwanda bill passed in Parliament last night for the precedent it sets at home and for other countries in how we respond to the most vulnerable. Well, I have long suspected Archbishop Welby is pro-complete open borders, so it comes as no surprise that he wouldn't want other nations to enforce theirs in this way either." He continues, "This includes victims of modern slavery and children wrongly assessed as adults, whom we have a duty to protect." Data shows that between 2016 and December 2022, there were 7,900 asylum cases where the age was disputed. 49% of them were found to be adults. Welby goes on. "We note with sadness and concern the rise in hostility towards those who come to these islands seeking refuge and the way in which the treatment of the refugee and asylum seeker has been used as a political football." OK, what rise in hostility? Where is the evidence for that? Take the Bibby Stockholm barge as an example. There are numerous different groups there working together with teams of lawyers to do all they can to welcome these people and allow them to stay in Britain. What there are, however, are people who are concerned about national security and the safety of vulnerable people, not least women and girls, and people who are worried about their house prices plummeting because they now live within 100 yards of a migrant hotel, something that Welby doesn't have to worry about himself. He continues, "We are disappointed that the kindness and support offered by churches and charities to the people at the heart of this debate, those fleeing war, persecution and violence trying to find a place of safety, has been unjustly maligned by some for political reasons." Right. Mr Welby knows that the issue is with economic migrants and that there is no war in France. The Archbishop hit out at people who dared to suggest that the Church of England had been, quote, deliberately facilitating false asylum claims. Now, this is a very grey area, isn't it, Mr Welby? Because as he knows, it's very difficult for people like me to know exactly what is going on inside a member of the clergy's head when they are helping someone with their asylum claim. But we can have a look at some facts, can't we? The C of E was accused of running an asylum seeker baptism conveyor belt. They strenuously denied this. They called it nonsense. But then, quietly, a couple of months later, they decided to launch an urgent review. Well, why would you feel the need to launch an urgent review if you thought that there wasn't even just a possibility of a problem there? Mr Welby then sought to vindicate himself by saying, when asked, neither the Home Secretary nor officials could provide evidence to support the allegations of widespread abuse. Note the use of the word widespread there, OK? So, what, there might have been just a bit of abuse, a smidgen of abuse. Judges have raised concerns about it, being generous, really, and saying that well-meaning vicars are being misled. We've had cases like an Iranian migrant who didn't know that Jesus was born in Bethlehem. When he was asked in a religion test, the 42-year-old didn't attend church and hadn't been baptised. So those are some of the people we're dealing with here. Now the Bishop of Chelmsford is admitting that the C of E may have been duped by some asylum seekers. I mean, a few months ago, we unearthed this document, didn't we, which is how members of the clergy can support asylum seekers. Letters of support, finding legal advice. There is a Rizzler paper here between well-meaning, naive vicars who've been conned or people who were willfully lying and fudging asylum applications. So we can identify a pattern, but we can't prove an underlying motive. And Welby knows that, doesn't he? Welby knows that. Whether he likes it or not, in my view, it is clear that human traffickers, lawyers and illegal immigration fixers have seen the Church of England and other churches, not just the C of E and other churches, as an open door into Britain. But this is the crucial point for me. Welby said this. Like so many in this country, we seek to support a system that shows compassion, justice, transparency and speed in its decisions. We grieve the appalling loss of life in the Channel today. He made those comments yesterday. The Archbishop has done everything possible to block the Rwanda bill, to block the deterrent, adding to the backlog. Now, yesterday people died again in the Channel. OK, listen to these Channel migrants when they find out about the Rwanda plan.
I'm very stressed, he tells me. I don't know what to do. All I can think about is this letter and Rwanda.
Rwanda is not a safe place.
Does it make you regret coming to the UK?
Yeah, if you know, before I came here, he said that, you know, they sent to me in Rwanda. I never come here.
They never come here. Does the Archbishop not think that maybe, just maybe, if flights to Rwanda had taken off a couple of years ago, that those people who sadly died in the Channel would actually be alive today?